Netflix is preparing to crack down on account sharing sometime in March as it seeks to boost sagging profits. But the crackdown could trigger an exodus of users from the platform. That's according to a new survey from Jefferies. Saz has got to take Saz. Already on social media, I have seen a lot of complaining about this pending policy.
Yeah, and this is the day of reckoning for many Netflix users. Those years of sharing your passwords or scrubbing off passwords off of friends and family are done, or likely done sometime in March. The precise date unclear, but a good survey out of the team over at Jefferies, Andrew Urquhart, who follows this company. First chart here we have on the board, he surveyed current Netflix users. 62% of them say they will stop using Netflix once that password sharing ends. That is a major red flag. Now, of course, you never know what consumers will actually do. Maybe they are, in fact, hooked on Netflix, and maybe that is a lower percentage. Who knows? But still, that is a jarring number there that does not suggest good things ahead for Netflix. Next up here, we're looking at why they would stop using Netflix. And the number one response here, they can replace Netflix with other services. Followed behind that is they don't enjoy the content enough to pay for, which is, I actually found that very surprising. But there is a lot of content on there. Maybe it's just not as high quality as it needs to be to get people to pay. And the next one here, what streaming service would they use after they get off of Netflix? And the top response there is Amazon.
Wow, that's surprising.
Prime. And the only reason I could think here, guys, and I'd love to get your take on this one, maybe you're just, for $15 a month, you're just getting a lot more. You have Prime delivery service in addition to video. Maybe they see a greater value in that. Just also, too, not a lot of value, I guess, seen in Apple TV Plus. That has just been, I think, a lot of analysts have been talking about that. Apple just needing more content on there. And then Hulu, probably the lower price service on there as well, may pick up some of those Netflix users. But this was something that Netflix new co-CEO Greg Peters talked about on the fourth quarter earnings call a couple weeks ago. He's saying, quote, "This will not be a universally popular move, so there will be current members that are unhappy with this move. We'll see a bit of a cancel reaction to that. We think this is as similar to what we see when we raise prices." So Netflix is bracing for a potential, a lot of users fleeing the platform. I don't think maybe Wall Street analysts have modeled for this correctly. That's just my take, but we will find out. Ultimately, my take is this: you can't fault Netflix for wanting to get paid. And yeah, I guess I'm signing with big corporate on this one, but here's a company that is actively looking for ways to juice up earnings growth, get that earnings growth re-accelerated. And one way to do it is weed out the freeloaders on the platform. I'm not saying it's good. It hurts consumers, I guess, but this is a public company trying to make money.
Well, yeah, they say, and of course in the entertainment business, content is king, but also when you're making that content, cash is king too.
You have to get paid.
And so with the increased amount of spending that they've had to do over the past 7 years, I'll kind of round it out to part of that when they were expanding more internationally, and then with the roll-off of some of the Disney assets to try and backfill for exactly where those titles needed to be able to attract more users. Yeah, it means a great deal when they're finding themselves on stages winning awards for some of that content, but is it enough to drive people to say, you know what, yeah, I'll pay up even more for that, especially when they say to themselves, to your point a moment ago, what if this is going to get me a discount on my groceries? And I'm not convinced, clearly, but as the Amazon
holdout
that I am, yeah. So thank you for putting it that way. But yeah, at the end of the day, I think pricing right now is going to be looked across for all of these households when about 3 to 4 accounts is what people usually hold on to.
Here's the thing. Can we bring back that first graphic that showed what people are going to do in response to this? If we can bring that back. Because
bring it back.
So here's the thing. Stop using Netflix. They're not paying for it anyway. So if you look at the net loss, net loss to Netflix, there isn't a net loss unless the people who are sharing their password are going to cancel. There doesn't seem to be any indication of that. So if even a fraction, even if 16% of those people who are paying nothing right now start paying something, and it's in fact more than 16% because there are other people who are going to get the ad-supported tiers, then that's incremental revenue for Netflix.
Well, we embrace here at Yahoo Finance all Netflix users that are leaving the platform consume our content all day long. Please, it's out there.
And if you're
sharing, you won't have to pay anything.
You don't have to pay anything. Please come over to our site and click on our videos.